Alright, let's resume with the hilarious cliffhanger that we had last time with Glenn and his cronies in the orchard with, the Radora and basically sniffing them out.
My name is Rosen, and as you know, this is Refu.
As you know.
I'm Glenn, glad Lodbrock.
Bork.
Okay, Sherry.
That's Matt Winsord and Lucia Lynn.
You know I can
Matt
talk for
Winsord,
myself,
are you,
right?
Are you sure you guys aren't, like, posers or something?
We're a survey unit working for Shinra. Well, an advanced unit to be precise. We're looking for candidate sites to set up Mako reactors.
Names like that and you work in the advanced unit? We're doomed.
We are the sole
It is
survivors.
Shinra after all.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Our chopper was shot down over this island.
Typical.
Seriously, I'm
That's
surprised one of you guys isn't called Tommy Gunn. I see. I'm sorry. I'd like to clarify one thing first. This is Sijad, one of the islands of Rador, but I doubt very much this is your destination. The island is small and the ground is weak. It will be difficult to build a house, much less a Mako reactor.
So yeah, despite the fact that you can clearly see that the fact that there's a bit of a tension, the two parties seems to, understand each other.
We're here to study the main island. Can you point us in the right direction?
No. That would be to the south. The trip will take anywhere from a few hours to 3 days by boat, depending on the ocean.
Giving mixed signals here.
There's also the fact that I get the idea maybe
Rosen's got a split personality.
Rosen understands he cannot actually, fight these people.
I came from the main island by boat, and I still have it. It's yours if you like. You can't. Sorry.
Cool, thanks.
Doesn't this feel a little too easy?
My wish is for you to leave this island as soon as possible, and for that I will do all I can.
That's
How about this, Sheila?
nice,
Let's
I
put in-
guess.
We're going somewhere with these, Jova.
The boat is moored in a cove to the east. Follow me.
Uh-oh.
Offer.
The
God's
doggo
sake.
disapproves.
Come to see us off?
It was a trap all along.
No, it's more monsters attract to the orchard.
Anyway, Pedro, the reason I brought up Lucia potentially having the Franziska voices, from what I recall, the idea is in terms of the spectrum of personality, Matt's the one who's in between, whereas...
Nope. It's Matt. Matt is the super ego and Lucia is the ego.
I feel like before it was Matt was the one in between, whereas Lucia and Glenn were the ones on opposite spectrums.
Nope. Remember, Matt is the professor. He's basically literally Mr. Spock. He's cold, calculative. Thinks about what percentage of sex. Scientific terms. Very logical, for lack of a better term. So that's why also he bounces off. Glenn constantly.
This way.
Alright then.
Okay.
Hey, I said this way, dumbass.
I'm thinking.
The main island lies to the southeast across the water. You can see it from the southern coast.
So, do you have a boat? Where's your home?
It's just ahead.
Uh-huh.
Talk to us, he lives in Atlantis.
Unfortunately, what's that?
A green field?
No, we're getting that. A chimney, constantly emitting white smoke.
That's where Blofeld ended up.
And it's sieged by monsters for some reason.
Oh no! The chimney!
How will Santa come down to deliver presents now?
Please, you have to get rid of them. That chimney is more important than my life.
Oh, really? A chimney?
Yes, a fucking chimney! Please!
Again, it's how Santa Claus delivers the kid his presents. He needs his happiness.
Okay, let's do this.
Not for
Leroy!
I just want to point out that we are risking our lives for a chimney.
not for nothing, Glenn, but this guy Rosen seems a bit unhinged.
It's just a
Yeah.
kid, literally. Also, fun fact to Jova and Pedro. Mind you, this doesn't really change anything in the grand scheme of things because the team works basically in unison, and at the end of the day, it's about how all three of them react to a situation. But in early stages of production, Matt was supposed to be more of a focus, despite it having still the characters having personalities that they have.
Interesting.
However, you know him, you love with our good old pal Motomu Toriyama actually suggested instead Glenn to be the more central of the trio.
What was his reasoning?
He believed that his arch person, his more brash type of personality, created a better sense of bouncing off of the situation.
I
can see that.
I
I can
mean-
see that, to be fair.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I do see the logic, though I don't think it was fair to, butt out someone as somebody as calculating as Matt as out of the main character role for that.
Like I said, Jova, it really doesn't matter in the end.
The
and
monsters are behaving this way because you disrupted the flow of mana when you crashed on the island, so it's all your fault.
Anyway.
Keep in mind, Jova, at the grand scheme of things, again, for the purpose of his story, all the three are basically on equal terms. Glenn has a bit more ramifications, let's just say.
Come in.
Okay.
I'll make some tea.
Of course it's fucking tea.
Right, yes, after that outburst,
and then-
we can absolutely trust
and
the
then,
tea he makes for us.
And he comes out the kitchen and
Also, for now, string quartet.
I didn't poison the tea. Yeah.
The fact that you have to say that makes you suspicious.
Like
Yeah,
I said,
I didn't poison the tea. I pissed in it. I mean,
Of
like
course,
I said, it's important what it showcases. Again, first of all, the fact that he's a kid, and the fact that Glenn seems to having a natural way of trusting him. You live here alone?
no, it was my dog right there. You're not paying attention? This may be difficult for outsiders to understand, you dumbass. So I'll start at the beginning.
Oh, so you're Japanese.
I said,
Well-
shut up! What you call Mako is a processed form of the spiritual energy flowing through our planet.
The Radoran community resembles more ideally the Middle East, Jova. We'll see later in later parts.
My thoughts on Mako? I'll keep to myself for now. He was a good actor. We Radorans refer to the spiritual energy as mana, and it's something we both respect and fear.
So yeah, something new, a culture that understands what the live streaming is, but just calls it in a different way. That's actually kind of neat.
And hey, they call it mana. Nice.
I mean, it is one way.
As you're aware, these waters are rich in mana, which is why these islands are home to many forms of life.
Some people have even formed a legend of mana.
And they're called the
I
children
never heard of it.
Mana.
I never heard of it. Of course, things aren't always peaceful. Sometimes the flow of mana changes dramatically for one reason or another.
And sometimes they must face the trials of mana.
Depends on the one of the writer. As a result, several times throughout history, Redorans have been caught in its torrent and brought to the brink of destruction.
It mutated us into giant kaiju.
Well, not them, but the monsters definitely.
A mana torrent is like a tsunami or flood. Can you picture it? People and homes swept away in an instant?
Not quite as devastating as a giant meteor, but yeah.
It's more local, but it's still bad.
True that.
When the mana becomes restless, the first signs of a coming torrent can be seen in the eastern waters. That's the ocean outside. It's said that the ground rumbles and the water's surface begins to shimmer.
Oh god, that is like a tsunami.
There's a bit of pastiche in terms of what happens in this story to the Redorans.
And you keep watch for those signs.
Yeah, it gets really boring, actually. Yes, that's right. There are many other signs, too. When I'm awake, I search the island. When I'm asleep, I listen for sounds, so I don't actually get a whole lot of sleep.
I wouldn't exactly call that sleeping.
I'm talking here!
He was agreeing with you.
My training and natural talents allow me to do both. Hard work and dedication, I earned my place.
Alone here?
Yeah.
Don't rub it in!
Dog.
Already getting tired.
I know.
I'm
What's so
sleeping
funny?
from my hood.
What a funny story, Rosen.
How long have you been here?
It's been about a year since Rifu and I arrived.
So, to be fair, not that long, technically, since we started, but let's just hear about the perspective of his job.
It's fucking boring.
How long will you stay?
Until death.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're like Knuckles, and your dog is your equivalent to his
Basically.
pet dinosaur.
Please don't look at me like that. It's an honor to be the Eye of Redor. When my duty is complete, I'll return to the planet.
You sound so happy about that.
That We Like Being Alive song people keep singing to me, it's overrated. You three don't fear death. You wouldn't have come out here alone if you did. We're no different.
Technically, we crash landed here, and we did not choose to be here.
Don't correct me.
It's still about mostly the mission, so the kid has a point. You really helped us out. How can we pay you back? If there's anything we can do, tell us.
Yeah, piss off.
Yeah, leave.
Again,
Like you wanted to earlier.
yeah, to be fair, Rosen kinda still does that, but again, there seems to be a sort of a friendship bond in between these.
There's nothing. Just leave and forget this island as soon as you can.
Where's the master emerald?
Just get out.
Yeah, just leave.
Get the fuck out.
Ouch.
Yeah, not too far from behind what I said.
You really live here by yourself?
Can you not see the giant fucking dog?
Yeah.
Yes, Refu's my only family.
See,
And
even
that's
you
valid.
agree with me.
Borg.
You sure have a lot of cups for someone who lives alone.
I hate washing up.
I feel called out by this line. Fuck you.
Damn.
Oh, those were made by the eyes of Fedora before me.
It's a sort of remembering who came
So
before.
before I die, that means I gotta make my own cup.
Wonderful.
Nothing
Basically.
wrong with having a lot of cups.
Now that I think of it, if you're willing, could you help me gather some soil and logs? Then you can consider a saving.
Not to mention, there's plenty of reasons why you should have multiple cups even if you live alone.
I'm guessing he has like
Soil and
a
logs.
super ton.
Boring, but okay. Go on.
I'm guessing the idea is that he has a super ton of cups, like, more than, just the amount that a single person living would have.
Basically, I can use this to explain, but again, the game itself also will tell. The Adorans have been doing this for basically centuries, so you can imagine a lot of people came before Rosen to the place. Maybe the background doesn't convey that much the scope, but what Matt is referring to is the fact that there are literal dozens of them.
Yeah, like, for one person, that is a lot, unless someone's just that lazy with washing them.
And more conveys also, again, maybe the dialogue did not convey it better, but the fact that these are handcrafted, and as such, each of them feels unique, because, it was tied to the person that came before.
Yep.
Sure, pottery is not that much complex of an art form, but, it still gives a bit of personality.
Thank you for your help. The soil is imbued with the island spirit. I can turn it into clay to make more cups.
And that's great, because we killed so many monsters to get it for you.
The soil is imbued with what now?
Your mom.
Does it contain special minerals?
Yeah, basically,
Yeah, your dad.
remember what I said, again, Matt seems to think this in a scientific term where it's more mystical.
To you, it's no different from any other dirt. But to me, throughout history, the eyes of Rador have watched over the main island.
That is why I must consume this dirt to see all.
Eat
You
dirt.
mocking me.
No, I never would.
The cups they craft are an expression of their commitment, their dedication and devotion to their fellow man, something you three don't have. I'm sorry.
We literally have stuck together ever since our helicopter crashed.
Wix mates all know what they value most.
Yeah, and as soon as you get back home, you three will forget each other.
We'll see about that. Hey, can you make us some too? In honor of our friendship.
We're friends.
We just met you.
Friends? We spoke to each other for like 5 minutes.
It would take about a month.
Oh, I forget I asked.
Don't worry, I already have.
Hey, come on!
Crafts take a while, excuse you.
Boy, sure, you're getting called out a lot this part.
You're not very patient, are you?
Logs, was it? Are they also for some special purpose, like the mating?
Yeah, it
But,
should burn to make sure I don't freeze to death.
Matt, you're setting yourself up for a really dirty joke right now.
No, I just go for a lot of logs, so I gather them when I can. I need to keep the fire going. Yeah, I just said.
Oh
except
my God,
maybe
that
a bit less
is-
rude.
And so is Rosen right now.
Oh, it's missing
Mind
for
you-
somebody to talk about their tools.
Mind you, it's not about getting warm, keeping warm. Go on, Shira, you still
With all
bothered.
the monsters on this island, that can't be easy.
To be fair, yeah. Like we've said previously, the Baluars, do reproduce very quickly. So even, with the ones that Glenn and the others killed, there's gonna be more getting replaced very soon.
You'd think this kid's tribe would have given him, like, a weapon or something to protect himself.
It's not. Refu barks at them, but it only serves to drive away a token few. We must risk our lives doing the most simple tasks.
The Adorans do possess personal weapons that they can use, but it's a bit, I guess, the fact that, Rosen is still a kid, but did not, give him anything to defend himself.
I had to kill
Oh.
8 monsters.
Well,
to
we'll hunt down
make a
enough
cup of
monsters
tea.
to keep you safe for about a year.
Oh, yes. Look, we're sending this kid to an island full of dangerous monsters, but it's too dangerous to give him a weapon to defend himself.
More like a week. The Bowars are extremely fertile.
That's my speculation. Keep in mind, Jova, that remember what is in the lore, and that sucks. At this point in the chronology in history, the Adorans are not that much left in terms of a civilization. So I get the idea also that they cannot allow themselves to waste that much.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Again, this story is very. If my foreshadowing was not clear enough, this story is gonna be very tragic very soon.
Oh, look. When it comes to a Square prequel that, chronologically predates a certain title, yeah, chances are most
Much
people
like,
in that are going to be dead or incredibly damaged by the end.
And much like with what happened to Wutai, the war against Wutai, this is also technically a parallel to past, mind you, real-life event. I know that you may be tempted to think of something more current, but I can assure you it was not the intention of the writers. They meant to reference more older type of conflicts, but I will mention when it will become more clear.
Mm-hmm. That's a good haul. Now to carry them back.
Heavy lifting, that's where I come in. But you know what would be fair? If we share the load. We don't need a man to keep the show on the road. Sorry.
What about a merriment we have?
Let's go, team!
Alright.
Hey, you gonna pick any up?
Can
Well,
you
no,
imagine?
it's more the fact that alone.
I'll carry some too.
There we go.
Well, look at that. The kid can
Nope.
help.
Not you. I can't pay you back in full if I accept more help.
Ah.
Again, glad he seems to have, to have developed, a bit of a friendship with this kid. Wants to make sure that he's alright.
Sure would be a shame if something bad happened to him.
Oh, we can't forget to thank Refu.
I love how
Oh,
Lucia
the dog
constantly
dude.
pets the dog. Like,
I mean, I would do the same thing. I mean, the dog is right there. Like, no one else is petting them.
how? Maybe with some bones?
Most dogs like bones, but Refu's a gourmand.
Of course he is.
I'll pretend I know what that is.
Basically goes for the delicate foods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how, gourmet food is the fancy stuff. Gourmand is somebody who prefers the more delicate meals. Ergo, picky eater.
There's an entire species in Fantasy IX dedicated to that, and one of them is one of your party members.
Beautiful.
Anyway, that's your excuse for our next battle. Just kill some Valar to get their meat, which I guess, their appearance they're equivalent to frogs. Never tried them, but I am curious, admittedly. It's one thing I envy the French, I guess.
Okay, I've had frog before, and I'll say this, it's surprisingly extremely bone-filled. I was honestly thinking it would be more squishy, but no, if anything, what it had was a ton of bones in it,
So it's kind of like a quail.
Yeah, I was not expecting frog to be one of the most bone-filled meats ever, but... Holy
Well, I
cow.
guess Professor Letundiasman's legacy was right on that then, when they had to construct the glasses using frog bones.
Yep. I wonder who they'd give these characters to voice in English if they had the chance.
Lucia had one for one of the trailers of for Soldier. Glenn, well, I will not give you the context, which is voiced by Ben Diskin. I think I mentioned previously.
And I guess Matt doesn't have an English voice yet.
Not yet, unfortunately.
Boy, Lucia got a very special deal, it sounds like.
I don't know. I guess he just reminds me of myself when I was his age.
What, is he like your long-lost kid or something?
Wait, so when you were his age, you were also a dick?
Can't imagine being on his island alone without friends or family. That would drive me crazy.
Sorry.
That's the sad fate of a lot of lighthouse keeper in real life.
Then we'll do our best to liven things up.
With a party or two.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him laugh. I also had to say, I was not expecting string quartet for a Final Fantasy VII track, rated track.
Really? I mean,
Like, sure, to be fair, Crisis Core had a couple of stuff like, say, piano, for example. I get it, but, you know, string quartet is very unique.
I guess I'm
Anyway,
not too surprised ever since the remake.
This is our introduction to unlocking limit breaks. Like I said, new limit breaks. Like I said, our characters, while I was recording this, have 2 limit breaks, one by default and one that can be unlocked. By the time we're recording this part, we added a third that you can further unlock, but for the time being, we only have these. When it comes to balancing, usually they're just a variant of a character pre-existing, limit break for pre-existing characters, and in order to unlock, you have to basically just play the game normally, like, say, consume a maximum amount of stamina, you know, while the character is present in the party, use the character's normal limit break a number of times, or use a specific number of resources that you grind through other means, and you instead invested them here. Again, it's nothing too groundbreaking, so believe me, it's very easy to do. It's just a matter of just playing the game normally. It will be unlocked, you know, normally. Again, when it comes to balancing between the two, some are better than the normal, some are just on equal level, some are not, maybe on the same, but they're excused to, you know, give variety on that, like in case of Cloud with his Blade Beam. Anyway, tune in for the next part, where we see more what happened to Glenn and his team as they have to leave, you know, the island of Rosen. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Yep.